Alright, here's a video for coaches on how to make changes to their schedule during the coaching window. Just a reminder that the coaching window is set on a deadline. It's on the home screen. In this particular case, it's October 26, 2015, so there's a countdown timer that kind of shows you how much time you have left to make these changes. But if I go to my account and I'm logged in as a coach, the very first option on here will be to make changes to your schedule. And this will be shown if you are entered into any events and you pre-registered for SWBL and it is before the deadline of 10/26/2015 in this case. When you click on that, you're going to see your current schedule. And at the very top, it's going to show the change vouchers remaining. This is determined based on how many times you chose to play during the initial schedule. If you chose to play 12 times or more, you got unlimited changes, and then it gets reduced down from there. In this particular case, I've got 3 voucher changes that I can make. And so if you scroll down within the window here, there's a little scroll bar over to the side, you can do such things as add an event and then save your schedule changes. So if I'm not happy with one of the events that I've got here on a particular day, and I want to change that, I would simply click on change, and it's going to tell me that I would use one of my change vouchers. Okay. What I would recommend that everyone do before they go ahead and start changing events is I would click on add. And when you add an event, you're going to get a chance to see all of the events with openings. Okay. And at this point, you can then determine the best course of action. Okay. And so now if you say that, boy, I really want to get in this one at Albany on 1-2, you can enter your team in that event by clicking here. Now, something to point out here, the entry fees are listed here, the host school is listed here, and then the skill level for the particular tournament is listed here. And if you click underneath the average skill rating, it's going to give you a list of the teams that are in that event and their skill level. Now, you won't necessarily be able to see the exact teams, but you'll be able to see the skill level of those teams. And so you can use that as a way to get the best parity for your particular team. Keep in mind, however, that if there are events that have some really good teams and some really poor teams, a mixture of the two, we'll see if we can find one. Here's a perfect example. We've got 2 4s and a 5. Those are really good teams. We're going to put all 3 of those really good teams in one pool when it comes time to actually do the scheduling for this event. And if the 6th team in this particular event was, say, like a 2-star, we'd put the 2 1s and the 2-star in another pool together. That's going to ensure that everybody's going to get at least 2 really good quality games against like opponents, and it allows for schedules to be set with teams of different skill levels and still get everybody, good quality games throughout the day. So that's how that will be determined. If you did want to get in an event, you would simply click enter my team in this event. Now, in this particular case, if I wanted to get in this Parkview event right here on 2-6, it's going to tell me that my team is already playing in another event on that day. Okay, now here's where you're going to have to use one of your change vouchers. By going back to the scheduling page, again, I want to get in Parkview at 2-6. Okay, I would have to go down to 2-6, and I would click change. And this will say that I'm going to use one of my vouchers, and I'm going to hit yes. All right, now it's going to give me that same list of events here, and I'm going to enter my team in that event. And it's going to say you're about to change it and enter it at that time. Now I'm going to hit cancel because this is a live going event. When you get out of an event, somebody else could grab it within the next couple of minutes. And I'm fairly happy with my schedule right here at this point. So that's kind of how this works. Remember, when you're all done, please hit save schedule changes. Okay, and that's going to save your changes, remind you of the deadline that you've got to make additional changes. Feel free to come back anytime before that deadline and make those changes. Now, you'll also want to be communicating with your host schools, because if they have changed hosting dates to different dates, we automatically would have put your team in an event that your team is hosting unless your host grabbed a different event after the initial hosting window came out earlier in the week. And at that point, you would need to get added to that event by going through this process right here. Now, if you didn't want to change an event, you simply wanted to add an event, you could do that same process by hitting add. You won't be able to go any lower than the initial number of games that you decided you wanted to play in. In this particular case, I wanted to play in 7. I've since added another one. That 8th event that I've added, I can now delete that one, but I cannot delete any of the other ones. I can only change them at that point because I have to make sure that I'm above 7 or more. There's a quick tutorial on how that works. If you have any questions, please email us at the address shown on the screen right now. Thank you.